Hello. Alright, we're coming back. We're coming back, 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 back. Coming back. Dun, 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 we're coming back. Let's see that. How else? Let's see this. How else? Helps. Belts, helps, belts, telts, melts. OBS is not OBS. This too must be the will of causality. It's work. Okay, the streams are working well enough for me to see that. Thank you. It must be causality because this today's been awful. Okay, I'm being hyperbole. But today hasn't been awful, but the luck right now is awful. All right, so I'm still dropping frames like shit on um that's what OBS is telling me. Game lag, major lag. I know it's the major lag. Um Let me try this. Let me No, the one thing I did not try, let me downgrade the let me downgrade. Okay, we're coming back. We're coming back. What's the word I'm looking for? I downgraded a whole bunch of features. I downgraded a whole bunch of features, so it helps. Watch now. Sorry. Okay, are we automatically reconnected to? Yeah. I mean, other me. Why? Why other me? Other me? Why? Come back! Come back! Talk. Other me? Other me? Other me? Other me? Other me? Other me? Okay, he's not being helpful. He's not being helpful. I barely take seeing information. I'm not sure why I'm checking, but why is this happening? I don't understand it. I don't. I later more to I look. Uh, Snap. It's nothing to do with. How did I test this out again? Plugin manager, Elgato marketplace, output timer, not scripts. Scripts. Tools. There was one. Was that one tool that helps you check out the data going through your thing? Haven't I haven't checked in a while. Forgot what it is. Forgot what it's called. There you go. Stats. I think it's called stats. Where's the stats? Wait. You gotta be kidding me. Open stats up on the other screen. Stream live. Recording. That's right, I am recording this. CPS usage 24%. FPS 50%. Alright, I can just show you this, guys, right? Forgot which screen I had that set for. Ah, there we go. Look, you see my screen now if you guys want to. Well, only the guys on the on the non-vertical stream. Can you see that, or is it too small? So CPS usage is 30%, 29%, FPS 50. Disk space. I need any more disk space? I need to delete more shit? I will. I will. Frames due to rendering. Memory usage. Stream is live. Yes, we are live. But why keep dropping all these frames? I don't get it. I don't get it, guys. I don't get it. Like, can I just blow this? Blow it up so you guys can see better. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Why is this so low? Why are you doing this to me? Why? Why? Are we good to go? Are we good? Are we excellent? Hey! Are we good now? Are we better? Have things changed? It still says poor. And the lag is still pretty bad on yeah, guys, we're getting that's just catching up from right there. It's just catching up from right there. How's it? That's loading, I think. What about this? How bad does this sound? Huh? Yes, of the me? Of the me's acting very slow. Once again, if you're only on this on the if you're only on vertical, you have no idea what's going on. You know what? F it. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. I'm just gonna start the game. I've been pissing around for 30 minutes because OBS wants to be a little bitch. I'm just gonna play the game. Lag or no lag. And I can't really help it out if it's like I can't really help it out if it's sorry. I'm losing my train of thought again. I can't really help it out if it's on Twitch side because Twitch is just being kind of iffy with it. But I will just post a stream. Like I will just post a stream as the video on YouTube, and I might just give that over to I might just get that over to Twitch as well. I wish I could find the Twitch doc for the chat. I'm not sure where the heck it went. Reset docs. What? Oh god, what happened? Oh god, things just went wrong. What did I just do? Now I just fudge up more stuff. I fudged up more things. Yay, this is Hanyo, everybody. If you've never been here before, this is Hanyo. This is what happens. He just messes things up. Oh, hi, Coco. What you doing, little baby girl? I'm trying to fix all my mistakes. Just the mistakes on the stream. I can't fix life mistakes. Those are with you forever. I really feel like I should just probably just cancel the stream. I mean, so many things. Like, how many more signs do there have to be given to me? Right? How many more signs do you need before you realize some being does not want you to do this? Not want. There we go. You know what? This will do. This my. You guys can't see it. This stuff will have to do until I can end the stream and just refix everything. Give me that pop out chat because that's what I have to work with now. I'm gonna put that right here. And I'll put this chat. Coco, are you still here? Oh my god. Dog, what are you doing? You bury yourself under the covers? Oh, she's such a sweetheart. She is such a little sweetheart. She is such a little girl. Is she sleeping? Okay. Oh, she's trying to sleep. So sleep with me. All right, let's just do this. Let's just do this stupid game. New game. So, as the title of the stream, at least on the YouTube part, we are going to be playing a new character, the Ventru. The aristocratic blue bloods embody wealth, sovereignty, and control. A top level corporate executive will join their ranks tonight. All right. What's your name be? What's your name be? What's your name be? Last time we just used my name, so we were Hanyo. Her name's Amanda. I like the name Amanda, but let's choose something else. Something with an A. Ashley? Um, actually no. She doesn't look like an Ashley. Alice. Anne. Anne sounds good. Like Anne Rice or Alice from Twilight. Oh, Elizabeth. Emma. Oh, Emma sounds good. I like Emma. I like Emma. Or Emily. Now let's do Emily. Accept. Accept it. Am I recording this in vertical too? I don't think so. Let's again try to fix something. All right. I think this is the same Am I alive? Where's this? Where's that chat coming from? Where is that chat coming from? Because my YouTube and um other chat are kind of mixed together. I shouldn't say that. Am I live? I am live. It's just OBS is being a giant dickhead for some fucking reason. Sorry for the nastiness in the tone. It's just it's really taking me off. It's really pissing me off. Because my internet is fine. I have really good internet, and we only have it because I like to do this stuff. All right. So I'm guessing this is the one guy we met at the end of our first playthrough, Vincent, or where the freak his name was. I don't remember anymore because I waited so long to start this one. New York, New York taught me to believe in fate. Now you asked me about fate back when I was human, I would have just told you it's just the superstitious bullshit that we are all designers of our own destiny. That belief shattered when the richest woman in the United States, the actual richest one, now a face you could have seen in the papers, of course, sank her teeth deep into my neck. The richest woman in New York, so I'm guessing that's Sophie Langley. Happened in the very same place you're standing in right now. By the way, fate, you decide. Please, there's an absolute no need to be hostile. Just listen a little longer. See, my mistake was that I flew too close to the sun. Well, you're a vampire, so you really shouldn't do that to begin with. It makes sense that my punishment was to never see its glow again. I was in- inconsistent myself. I was hot shit. It all. I was hot shit at all. I had it all. Money, looks, confidence, connections, men, women, a career, and a spark in my eyes that one you need to be born with. That's when someone far more powerful than me saw my radiance and thought, that won't do. Gotta bring it down a peg, boy. She robbed me of the light erupting from within and gave me a subtle, enduring gleam in its place. She decided that would fit me much better. She was a ninth generation kindred, just like you, an apex predator. She probably enjoyed teaching me the peak of human excellence, my real place in the food chain. And it's such an eyesore when you look at some loudmouth braggart and see them for all they really are. The temptation to teach them a lesson can be unbearable, right? Well, my sire's lesson was a lesson about fate, a message saying you're eternally doomed to be at the mercy of your sovereigns. It's almost drove me to destroy myself. That, well, what saved me from was the ability to reinterpret her teachings. Hers wasn't a message of doom, it was a message of hope. Fate exists, and one can shape it given the right tools. My sire didn't believe my tools were fitting for the job. She considered them toys and me just her amusing subject. Well, she's deader than dead now, and I'm still here, standing right where she stood when we first met. You might have wondered. Sorry. You may have wondered how I've learned about your arrival to JFK Airport. My answer is, of course, destiny. As luck would have it, today happened to be a day some of my associates were inspecting the coffins. Driving you here straight from the plane and having you wake up in such an unfamiliar place was a little desperate, and I do apologize for it. But it is so rare for you to visit New York. 3 times in the last 15 years, was it? And you're never eager to inform me you're here. I understand you still have that meeting on the 53rd Street later tonight, so I'll provide a comfortable transport. I value our relationship very much, don't get me wrong. But it is precisely because I value it that I'm going to ask you to repay the favor you owe me. You're the only one I trust to do the job well, and without attracting attention. You might think I'm crazy asking you to breach the rules of our society like this. You might think it's impossible to get away with it, unpunished. But this is New York, and I don't know about other cities, but in this one, fate really exists. And right now is smiling in your favor. This is how it begins. Okay, so yeah, we are getting a whole new beginning for our character. Now we're not a pompous artiste like in the first playthrough. Your phone rings. It's your boss. Again. The setting sun that filled your high-rise office an hour ago is gone. The city looks like an ocean of light from up here, spreading for miles to the north. You pick it up. You are about to call it a day. Forget about the world of fine tech and decompress at home. No dice. One of the investors wants to meet you. His voice, as always, the perfect mix of authority and sleaze. Authority and sleaze. Well, there we go. One of the investors, one of the investors wants to meet you. His voice always a buh. He'll come by your office in an hour. You look at the clock. An hour. You gotta be kidding. Yeah. Yeah, I know, but stick around. He's a heavyweight. You want to make a good impression. Fine. You grit your teeth a little. The boss hangs up. 2 hours, might as well pour another coffee into yourself and figure out the best use of your best use this the best use this to your advantage. Fumble of the tongue. You suspect everything or everyone knows that you. God damn it. Doing that thing again. My brain is making up the words before my eyes see them. You suspect everyone knows that no, you're actually not happy with your current position. That, in fact, you feel squished against the glass ceiling that comes with the territory. Sure, your idiot superior might have gotten the job only because he's the CEO golfing buddy, but you're going to put an unholy amount of work into your advancement. Times where you laugh off the idea of staying at the office until 9 p.m. You had a partner to go home to, the mighty Netflix and chill ritual to perform, complete with pizza or Chinese takeout. Ooh, Chinese food sounds good. I haven't had that like in a month or two. Ever since you moved up the ladder, though, your hours have only gotten longer. Food, mostly at the company cafeteria, sometimes takeout, always in a rush. You praise the heavens for your crazy metabolism and dread the day it finally decides to give up. Oh, no. Hate those people with high metabolism. Damn you. No. Rests. At this point, the cleaning lady who takes care of your apartment probably spends more time in your bedroom than you. Well, make sure she gets an hour's sleep. You know, give her a break. You flash back to your boss quoting Shakespeare to impress his new, extremely attractive and uncomfortably young secretary. For some must watch while some must sleep, so runs the world away. For some must watch while some must. That's a good line. That's a good line. Drinks, mostly with colleagues, and they all pretty much hate you at this point. Why? What did you do? What did you do? Another flashback. This time to the most profitable quarter in the company history. Still, the board decided that layoffs were in order. Your boss didn't feel like letting people know in person, so he passed the privilege on to you. Oh shit. No wonder they hate your guts. Got handed to him. He always knew how to pick his battles. But maybe, just maybe, tonight is the night it's all going to change. You decide to play the looks angle, nothing too slutty. You leave your blouse slightly unbuttoned, check if your ass looks as good as you remembered in your pencil skirt. Mirror says yes. Ooh, okay. We're looking sexy. We're looking a little bit sexy. It's not something you are proud of, but you've become too jaded to care. Knowing your luck, the imps are going to be one or of two types. A self-obsessed musk wannabe in his 20s, or a fat old pervert drenched in cologne. Hey, there could be a good guy. One of them could be good. You don't. This doesn't have to be one of the two. You hear the elevator ding. Time to get this show on the road. You take one final look in the mirror and fix your hair at the footsteps echo across the empty hallway. The man who approaches your office is not what you expect. He's slick, to be sure, but he seems a bit more refined than your usual company man. Expensive suit, matching tie and shirt, confident in his stride, surprisingly good looking. Oh, what the fuck? We did not see you before. You're new. You're not our old maker from the first playthrough. What the freaking devil? What the fuck are you? Oh, and I didn't even seem like a vampire. Eve. It just seems like old man, nasty. I don't like him. I don't like the way he's looking at us. I really. Good evening. Is that a good voice? Good evening. Yes, it's starting to sick of my chest. Good evening. Hope this unforeseen visit isn't too much of an inconvenience. God, that voice. You're taken back by how smooth and strong it is. And his eyes, steel, blue, cold, intense. He's all business, professional, treats you in a manner that's appropriate to your stature. When he speaks, he actually looks you in the eyes and not your cleavage. He asks some questions about your work, tells you how he noticed your input after talking to the CEO, another golfing buddy, and comes charmingly close to calling your boss an incompetent doofus. All the while, you try to guess his accent, but can't quite place it. European, sure, but where from? European. Oh, come into my poor French accent. I know you've. Not good. I know I've kept you long enough, but would you indulge me and join me for a drink? Of course, for a minute there, it seemed like he wasn't that kind of guy. But what the hell? You go with it. He seems nice enough. Besides, it's not like you have other plans. The investor has a limo waiting downstairs, and the driver takes you to a high-end restaurant in Williamsburg. A seat is waiting for you in the lounge. It's just the two of you. You talk about this and that. Your companions seem to have a knack for history. I know, it's like he's older than he looks, maybe. So, tell me, what would you do if you had full control of the company? You almost choke on your wine. This is your chance. You say what you say what's been on your mind for months, but hide it behind a veneer of professional corporal blabble. Refocusing, listening to your instincts for once, reconstructing, kicking out your boss, aggressively pushing new markets, getting the hell away from all these horrible people. He likes the sound of that. He leans forward, his eyes flash with intensity and something else, a strange emotion that wasn't there. You'll do just fine. His words echo in your head as you black out. Mind control? Mind control? You wake up. God only knows how much longer. As you try to piece together what's happened, you hear a familiar voice. The investor, or whoever the hell he is, talking to someone. You suddenly recall snippets, fragmented memories. His sapphire eyes intently locked with yours. His teeth suddenly longer and sharper. And something else. A feeling of your on your neck that takes you back to your last orgasm. A company trip to Florida. A sweaty room, the cutie from HR who doesn't work there anymore. And then darkness. Yes, I'm done. Here. Consider my debt paid. The investor pushes the other figure aside and walks away from the lounge, barely bothering to look at you. The door locks behind him. Some time passes before you find the strength to get up from the couch. You touched your lips. Blood. Did that asshole hit you? You try to stand up, but your head is pounding and your stomach is like a heavy knot pulling you down. You didn't have that much to drink. He must have spiked your wine. This is bad. You frantically check your clothes. Pristine. Doesn't make sense. All of a sudden, a feeling hits you unlike anything else you ever felt before. You fall to the floor, withering in all-encompassing pain and hunger. The kind that makes your insides burn. That cannot be denied. You try to calm yourself down with a breathing exercise they taught you as some bullshit mindfulness, of course. That's when it hits you. You're not breathing. And holy shit, your heart should be jumping out of your chest with that realization, but it's not moving. Not even a beat. The door unlocks, and you hear a startled voice. A young man in a waiter's outfit, his accent thick with an Eastern European harshness, leans over and asks if you are alright. For a brief moment, you wonder what the hell is he doing here? Everything is wrong. Then his smell reaches your nostrils. It's intoxicating. Everything feels right again. He holds out his arm to help you stand up. You grab it firmly with both hands, and then you bite down. Your teeth sink right next to the old school pen tattoo of Rita Hayworth on his forearm. It takes you a moment to process what you're doing. A part of you wants to break away, but a stronger voice implores you to keep drinking. When things becomes clear, you are definitely enjoying this. He struggles a little and quickly falls to his knees. You can see his eyes now, pale blue and confused. Oh, poor baby. You only bring yourself to let him go once he collapsed onto the floor. Ooh, that's a nice image. Your bite leaves a mess on his forearm. Poor Rita, all bloodied, missing half her face. Did you just drink this guy's blood? Was it yummy? Did it taste good? Did he have a unique flavor to himself? Why do you look like he's dead? He just took a little nibble. He spit out a piece of torn flesh. Why? Where? What was in that? What was in that fucking wine? Barely able to focus, your heart and your lungs still motionless. You reach for a phone and dial 911. 911 operator, what's your emergency? My heart stopped. I can't breathe. I killed someone. I killed somebody. Well, okay, first, honey. Was that condescending? Was that condescending if I called her honey and I don't know her? Was that condescending? Was it trying to be? Was it condescending? Okay, first girl. He didn't kill him. We just took a nibble. He's fine. He's in shock, just like we are. Well, we can't we don't need to breathe, but we did smell him, so we can't. Our nose does work just differently. So I'm gonna go with our heart stop. My heart, it's not beating. Ma'am, where are you right now? The door to the lounge swings open. The man who enters is not the one that brought you here, though there are similarities. He's tall, for one, broad-shouldered, handsome, dressed in an immaculate suit, but his skin is darker, and the look on his face tells you he's not here to negotiate a deal. It's him? Is it our boy the sheriff? Is it our boy the sheriff? He notices the smartphone in your hand. It's our boy! Pass me the phone if you want to live. The man's voice is persuasive, calm, but carrying clear a threat. He got the aura of a vicious, affectionate corporate shark. You find it hard to argue with him. Ma'am? Hello? I apologize for wasting your time. My new colleague got drunk and is now trying to impress everyone with her antics. Good night. He disconnects the call and places your phone in his pocket. For whatever reason, you can barely take your eyes off the stranger, a hypnotizing as his presence is, though it is also highly discomforting. Good evening, miss. I'm here to pick you up. Pick me up? Call an ambulance. Who are you? I'm your guide through this perilous night. The stranger approaches the waiter and examines his body. Critical condition, but he might live. Anyway, he then sets his sights on you. I know this is all new to you, but I dealt with hundreds of strays like you, and going by experience, they tend to fall into two categories. First, you're the smart one. He said it the first time, the first playthrough. And then there are the dumb ones. The punks who thought they could take me on. The wise guys who tried to contact somebody secretly and without permission. The troublemakers who tried to run off or make a scene. None of them got to their destination in one piece. In fact, most of them never reached their destination at all. His voice becomes slightly bored and monotone. You can tell he's given this speech before, likely dozens of times. You see, while I generally consider myself pretty smart, I'm also a Mets fan. It's one of my true weaknesses. One that inspired me to come up with 3 strike system for dealing with punks like you. If you get on my nerves once or twice, well, I understand. Not all of us perform well in stressful situations. But cross me 3 times, and you're out. No excuse, no forgiveness, no mercy. As he's talking, he slowly approaches you, adding a bit of theatrical swagger to his walk. Eventually, he leans in, deliberately invading your personal space. You realize it's a test. He's daring you to do something about it. 3 strikes, and you're out. Say, understand, sir. Now. Every atom of your being screams for you to obey his authority. I understand, sir. Fuck you. I think I did this one last time. No, I think I did understand sir last time. Uh, uh, this one. Can you please just tell me what's going on? No. I thought I made myself clear. Strike 1. Oh no. Moving on. Is there anyone you want to inform you of your current situation? Tell them you're alright. He flashes his fangs briefly, and for some reason, the sight sends a chill down your spine. There is something very wrong about him. Someone closest to you. My boss? There's no one. Uh, what? We don't hate our boss. We kind of hate our boss. So there's no one. The stranger squints at you. No family, no lover, no friends, nothing. A job. You're a blank stare tells him the whole story. He immediately stops crying and gives you something even worse than a look. Worse than a look of pity, a look of honest compassion. Well, that makes things simpler. But let me be crystal clear, just in case. From this point on, you are subject to different laws than the ones you grew up under, and you will be watched by many eyes to ensure these laws are respected. You are forbidden from letting anyone know you're still alive. You are forbidden from showing your face anywhere they know you. If anyone comes looking for you, it's over for both you and them. That practiced tone. Again, you put on your poker face and listen in silence. So unless you want your boss to end up at the bottom of the Hudson, I suggest you cooperate. Don't tempt me. He smiles, revealing his fangs again. There's something absolutely sickening about it. Suddenly you feel overwhelmed by a sense of exhaustion. You pass out. When you regain your senses, you find yourself in the stranger's arms. The man is holding you as you would a spouse who had a little too much to drink. You try to break free, but he holds you close and gives you a cautioning look. Only when you cease your struggling does he let you go. Only now do you notice the change in scenery. You find yourself in a fancy lobby, right next to the elevator. The place is virtually empty, save for a single concierge and some cleaning staff. Your companion gestures at the concierge as you pass and picks up the phone. How the fuck are you supposed to say that word? The elevator arrives, the doors open, and the man motions towards the cabin. After you. Where are we going? To a safe place. That's all you need to know. Trust me. You don't want to make this difficult. Just get in. Call for help. Demand to be let go. Step inside the elevator. I wonder if we really piss him off, will he just kill us? I wonder. I'm very tempted to do it. Let's just go one. Going against your instincts, you enter the elevator. You enter calmly. Smooth jazz is playing over the speakers as the elevator starts its descent. You are dazed, panicky, but somehow locked in place. On one hand, you find the stranger's presence oddly soothing. On the other, you can feel your body tensing up with stress. You can't help but think back to the young waiter, the doe-eyed look on his face, the confused look he gave you just before. No, it's better to think about it. Better not to think about it. Plus, you have other things to worry about, like the fact that you're being kidnapped. The cabin door opens to the same garage you arrived at with the investor some hours ago. The man shows you a black Cadillac Escalade. I know what you're thinking. Getting into a car with some strange man. Boy, sure seems like a dumb idea. Maybe I can make a run for it. I might be able to lose him. So let me be perfectly clear. Your best bet is to get in, relax, enjoy the ride. The waiter. I have money. Listen, I have money. Good for you. No more questions. Get in the car, please. It seems like the worst idea ever, but the man made it very clear that you have no choice in the matter. We have no friends. Are you going to hurt me? No, not tonight. At the very least, unless you make me. Takes a glance at his expensive-looking watch. Listen, you really need to quit stalling. We're on a bit of a schedule here. The sun comes up in about 2 hours, and I don't intend to be here when it does. The sun? What does it matter when the sun comes up? Ah, you really don't know, do you? Good thing I got here when I did. He opens the car door and gestures towards it. You see no point in delaying the inevitable, so you get in. The door's locked behind you. The Cadillac is almost entirely dark. The side windows seem light-proof. The man gets into the driver's seat, starts the engine, and drives away without another word. Is this a joke? Did I die? Uh, please, tell me, is this some kind of sick joke? He sighs. Not a joke. Not a prank. You're not on candy camera. The sooner you come to accept it, the better. Yeah, cause it makes kind of sense. Like we play her as a strict business lady. She probably wouldn't. Her first thought wouldn't be a vampire. Listen, I realize you may have questions. Tomorrow you'll get some answers, but tonight you need to do what I say. And right now I need some quiet, please. You feel too confused to protest. You stay silent for the rest of the ride. Evening as more questions bubble up in your surface, bubble up to the surface. One of them being, did you actually kill someone tonight? Staring at the window, you find it hard to focus and quickly lose track of where you're headed. You can only tell that you haven't left Manhattan. In underground parking, almost featureless, empty, the car stops and the man opens the door for you. We're here. The stranger walks to your nearby car. He opens it and motions you to get in. Go on in. Make yourself comfortable. If you get hungry, again, take a look in the fridge. I'll pick you up tomorrow, and you'll get your answers. Behind the door is a small room. No windows, just a simple bed and a single light bulb hanging from the ceiling. A small fridge is humming away in the corner, accompanied by a rattling AC fan in the wall. You're leaving me here? That's not happening. Are the lodgings not to your liking? Too bad. Look, this room is your best chance of seeing another night. I realize you've been put in a problematic situation. It's not entirely your fault. Corporate and you might still make it. Cooperate! God damn it, my dumbass brain. You'll learn more tomorrow, but for the time being, get in and get cozy. He gestures inside the room. Urgh. You step inside. The stranger nods. Good night. He locks the door behind you. It looks very sturdy. You open the fridge. There's a single plastic bag there, filled with red liquid. No label. Tomato soup. You feel sick to your stomach. Best to leave it here for now. You lie down on the bed. It's a simple mattress. On a metal frame. At least it's not too filthy. You think back to how this evening began. This investor, is he friends with the dark-skinned stranger who picked you up from the restaurant? What happens now? Unable to relax, you spend an hour or so playing out various scenarios in your head. Eventually, you decide to give in and let exhaustion take over. Whatever tomorrow brings you, you'd rather face it well rested. Plus, there's no way in hell your boss is going to notice your absence tomorrow. That and maybe some of the restaurant staff will feel a pang of consciousness. Pang of consciousness. I can't read. I can't read. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Someone will notify the police. Someone will find you, right? You flash back to the waiter's tattoo, the bloody Rita Hayworth winking at you over a pale mess of a wound. You did this. You bit him. Drank his blood, and it tasted good. But if you can never go home again, you are so tired, your entire body tenses up. One last time, and before you know it, you drift away into oblivion. You wake up. That in itself is a surprise. You barely remember when you drifted off. It didn't feel quite like sleep, more like plummeting into an endless void. Can you imagine that's how death feels like? The room is unchanged. The lamp is still on. The AC is still rattling. Refrigerator is still humming. You take a look at your watch. It's almost 9 p.m. You slept for 17 hours straight. Maybe. Sorry, trying to stick the stream one more time. A bit early. God, are we that far behind again? Oh my god, oh my god. Well, the stream on vertical looks decent. Stream on vertical is decent, at least. At least. Okay, sorry, let's get back to this. Maybe you died, your breath is gone, and you feel no thumping in your chest. Does that qualify as dead if you're still conscious? Well, it depends on your idea of meta science. You're not sure about that, but you are certain about one thing. You are hungry. It's not your stomach rumbling, though. It's not your belly. It's not your poor, poor belly. It's a need that starts somewhere in your abdomen and spreads to your chest, throat, and the back of your head. Ooh, I like that. I like that description. Because in my vampire story, which I haven't touched, am I live? Yes, I'm live. I am live. It's having a lot of issues with the having a lot of issues with having a lot of issues with the internet, or I don't even think it's the internet. Cause my internet's pretty good. It has to be my computer, or at least, or maybe just OBS. I'm not sure what the issue is, but it's not me. Not me. It can't be me. I did nothing wrong. Yeah, because it was. I forgot what I was supposed to tell you guys. You open the fridge. The bag is still there. You take a closer look at it. If it's soup, then its color and texture are off. You pull the cork out. Take a take a cork. I thought it was a plastic bottle. It's a bag. How the fuck does a bag have a cork in it? Well, I guess it's kind of like if it's like kind of like balloon shaped bag, and it's like a thick plastic. I guess you could use a cork or something like a cork. I just realized that that's a weird description. Or am I being stupid again? I'm just probably being stupid again. Holy shit! There's no mistaking it. It's bagged blood. The smell is faint, and you remember some situations in the past where you found it nauseating, but now it's almost no. Not almost. It is enticing. With the bag. Drink it. Give in to the thirst. It feels wrong, but right now there's barely anything in your life that doesn't. To hell with it. You pour a bit of the liquid into your mouth. It tastes like shit. It's coppery, thick, clinging to your tongue and the insides of your mouth like a film of dirt. I feel like I'm getting hungry. You swallow hard regardless. The taste is foul, but somehow you kind of want more. It's not sweet, it's not burning. It's not sweet, come on. You should find it sweet and enticing. As you take a second sip, sucking the blood out of the bag, you feel something pull on your insides. You double over. You're going to barf. You instinctively cover your mouth, looking for a place to vomit before you find a dark red wave washing over your hands and fingers. It hits the floor, splattering in huge, thick drops. Why are we throwing up the blood? We didn't throw up the blood in the first playthrough when we were playing the artist clan guy. Where clan he was supposed to be, I forgot. You keep heaving for a moment longer. Nothing is coming out, not blood, not bile, not even spit, but still something in your body wants to push it out. Push it all out, every last drop. As you recover, trying to wipe droplets of regurgitated blood from your dress, you hear the lock click and see the door open. Staying there is the well-dressed stranger you met yesterday. Immaculate suit again, that predatory look like a hawk on the hunt, but somehow more relaxed tonight. So, like a tame hawk. Maybe. Good evening. How was... He knows the spatter, the patter, your red hand, the sick look in your face. He barely contains the smirk. Oh, was the catering unable to satisfy your exquisite tastes? Apologies. Why do we? Yeah, I'm about to say. Why did we throw up the blood? We didn't throw up the. Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, we didn't throw up the blood before. Is she because she's a different type of vampire? Is the blood too old, so it's no longer refreshing? What's the reason? What's the reason? Or did we throw up the blood in the first playthrough? Now I don't remember. I do remember. That was foul. Was that really blood? We already know it's really blood. The from drink to this one. It was terrible. Probably the worst thing I ever tasted. Aren't we picky eaters? Spare me your complaining. Come on, we got places to be. I should have some water and a towel in the back of the car so you can clean yourself up. The car is humming in the empty parking lot, just outside the door of the cramped room you have spent the day in. The man motions to it, politely, but with a stern look on his face. Rush to stranger, get inside the car, hijack the car. Oh, what's it? What's it in the chat? I can't see. What does it say? Sorry. Wasn't it? Oh, there it is. Vampire Queen 29. I don't know. That's a cool emote. Never seen that one before. What should we do? What should we do this time? Because the first playthrough when we were playing the artist type, I made him pre-passive. I kind of want her to be a little bit stronger. So she was being cooperative, but a little feisty about it. Rush the stranger, get inside the car, hijack the car. Yeah, if anything, I know the sheriff. I forgot his real name. I know sheriff. He is a no business bitch. If we fuck up too much, he will kill us. Like I'm certain the game will end early if we push him. Rush him. Get inside. Uh, which one should we do? 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 You are not about to give up this easily. Putting all your strength into it, you ram the stranger with your shoulder. You bounce off him. We bounce off him. Or at least you try to. Oh no. 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 In the blink of an eye, what seemed like an easy target is outside your path. You stumble and need to grab the car to stabilize yourself. You hear a sigh and look at the disappointed man. And you are doing so well. I thought we had an understanding. Alright then, let me explain this once more. Listen closely. Oh god, this is strike 3. No, this is strike 2. This is strike 2. You can either come with me willingly, or or stake stake in the back of the car. I will make sure to tell my superior which option you picked. I can tell you right now, she will not like the latter. Okay, okay, that's fair. That's fair. I believe you. Choose carefully, but choose quickly. I wouldn't want to be late on your behalf. Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. I fucked up. This is my fault. This is all my fault. Let's just get inside the car. Fine. Have it your way. Excellent. Get in. You take the back seat again. The door locks. The stranger takes the wheel and starts the car. You drive in silence for a while. From time to time, you keep trying to catch a glimpse of familiar streets or landmarks through the blackened windows, but it's little use. The car is also soundproof, so all you can hear is a bit of traffic humming in the car's engine. The driver doesn't say anything and seems focused on the road. Why is this popping up? Sorry. I'm trying to fix the chat a little bit. The chat windows got a little kind of disappeared on me. No OBS, don't take up the full computer screen. Bad OBS. Been bad all night. Isn't it funny when OBS just doesn't want to be Just wants to be an asshole for no fucking reason. Sorry, guys. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Okay, this works. You didn't have time to think about it before, but you realize now that you're hungry. No, not exactly. It's not a rumbling stomach that grabs your attention. It's a need that starts somewhere in your abdomen and spreads to your chest, throat, and back of your head. Where got the dialogue box? You become restless. This is essentially a kidnapping. Whatever this guy says about its purpose, it doesn't change the fact you're being held against your will, and you're not used to following orders when you can delegate them to somebody else. You feel a need to get a semblance of control over the situation, so you decide to prove yourself useful. I have a worthwhile skill set. I can get you a lot of money. I know people. Well, she does kind of know people. She does have connections, apparently. Where those connections are, I'm not sure. But yeah, let's try this one. Listen, I know how to reach people, celebs, various industry leaders, politicians backed by rich lobbies. I doubt these will help you where you're going. You're playing in a whole different ballpark now. A short pause. I'll be frank. Currently, you're in no position to offer anybody anything. The sooner you accept that, the better. Curse him out. Call him a nobody. Ridicule his lack of ambition. Oh. Oh. Now, I think we'd be panicking by now. So pick it, fuck boy. Hey. Sorry. Not that one. Not that. Hey. Language. A short pause. He actually looks insulted. Your attitude won't help you make any friends. In your current position, you definitely need some. Consider that perfectly in silence. That dull hunger strikes again. The powerlessness hurts you. You are used to people listening to you, or pretending to care about your demands at least. The driver doesn't play that game, and it annoys you to no end. It takes you another 20 or so minutes to get to your destination. As the door opens, you try to get your bearings, but you're still in New York. That much is certain. Queens, maybe. After me. No sudden movements, please. We got the red marks around us. We're hungry. We are getting hungry. You approach a nice looking building that houses a 2-story gallery called the Art Hotel. The Art Hole. The Art Hole. Two large men in suits flank the door on both sides, and they give your companion a nod as you approach. Prompted by the stranger guiding you, you walk inside. The gallery is full, which is unusual at this hour, to say the least. About 2 dozen faces fill the showroom, and a number of waiters navigate the gathering, serving drinks. All of them are beneath the guests' attention. The visitors are well dressed for the most part, but it's unclear what they have gathered here for. Nobody seems to be particularly interested in the art pieces on the wall, and the atmosphere is polite, and naturally so. Many guests turn to look at you and the stranger who brought you here. Their glasses are varied. You see open contempt on a few faces and animated interest on others. Most of the eyes in the room calmly observe you, as if wishing to appraise your worth. This reminds you of your company meetings. You, the only woman in the room, silently judged not on her merits, but her standing on the list, past and clandestine, clandestine, clandestine email threads between your male coworkers, until HR found out, that is. Ah, come on, ew, come on, dudes. Be nice. Not the most pleasant experience, but there's no denying it taught you resilience. When the others would cower, you now straighten up back. When others would turn their gaze, you met the eyes of the gallery guests with confidence. Not this bitch. Good evening, Kodar. And you? child. The noble, cold voice takes you out of your head and back to the situation at hand. The gallery, a crowd of strangers, you being brought here against your will. For what purpose? The room awaits your response. What is this about? Excuse me. What? Good evening, miss. Oh, which one? 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 Good evening. Excuse me. What? The Prince of New York City, Helene Pannard, child of Markelia, is addressing you. Whelp. My sheriff, this harshness is unnecessary. This fledgling has every right to be confused. She is somewhat plain looking and doesn't seem to possess a great deal of charm. But still, the entire room is intently focused on her voice. She has influence over these people, that much is clear. You may address me as Prince, child. I realize your introduction into life was abrupt, and I understand your sire left you shortly after. The rules of our society dictate I punish you both for this transgression. A murmur of agreement, maybe, can be heard from the gathered audience, but I am willing to listen to what our loyal sheriff has to say about the circumstances of your embrace first. Embrace? Is that an Is that I know that fucking word. Euthanism. Euthanism. Is that what you're embrace? Is that what you're calling drugging a woman and raping her in a private lounge? And you want to punish me for it? The embrace is much more than that. I shall inquire about how it happened later. First, we need to hear what the sheriff has to say. You are about to be judged by the court of New York City. Quadar, please tell us how you found the fledgling and what happened on your way here. Court? Prince? Is this some kind of secret society make believe? A trusted informant who has chosen to remain anonymous at this time tipped me off about a suspicious kindred appearing in one of our domains. Upon investigating, I found them gone, but this fledgling remained in their place. A reservation made in the private lounge of the Parsion. I hate speaking. Suggests this one sire had plenty of resources to spend. However, they are apparently also well connected. I lost track of them. Despite some reservations, she offered little resistance last night and cooperated on our way to the safe house. I was pleased to not have to force her compliance. Opening the door to the safe house tonight, I was greeted by a most disturbing sight of her drenched in regurgitated blood. Apparently, the bag supply we kept in the fridge was not to her liking. The remark elicits a contemptuous chuckle from one of the gathered guests as they note the remains of the blood on your skirt. It was not an elegant sight, but that hardly matters, I suppose. Moving on. I was hoping for a sustained cooperation on her part, but when I came to retrieve this fledgling tonight, she attempted to overpower me. Fortunately, she saw how futile the attempt was and decided to join me on her own violation. During our drive here, she showed me her fangs, metaphorically speaking, posturing as if we were equals, insulting me if I didn't work. He remembers! Oh, fuck, he actually remembers! Your actions may have consequences. They actually did. I refrained from causing her physical harm, but I expected her ego might be still a bit bruised. He looks at you and flashes a nasty smile. The story ends with us arriving at Elysium tonight. All eyes are on you again. You take a special interest in one of the faces. It's a beautiful woman with curly, almost blood red hair and a dress to match. You see her whispering to some bespectacled man with an absent minded look on his face. Who is she, you wonder? Thank you, Kadar. I take to note of this fledgling's behavior and will take it into consideration later. She turns her attention to you. First, there is the matter of your sire. The person who brought you where Kadar picked you up from last night. Who were they? Meow for super chat. I don't have super chat, but meow, 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 meow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. A handsome businessman and an entrepreneur. Acquaintance of my boss, I think. Good looking, pale blue eyes and some gray in his hair. Charming, abusive, cold son of a bitch. Hello, Cogs! Hello! Hi, 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 hi! You probably cannot see me. You probably won't get that high because of the lag. We are getting a very, very bad lag. In fact, I'm looking at all the streams I have open. And the only one that's close to getting where I'm actually playing the game is the vertical stream on YouTube. I'm not sure why. That one is actually getting a good closeness. I was like, I'm gonna update the name on. Yeah, yeah. Let me go back to the creator dashboard real quick. I'm gonna update the name on Twitch win. Major lag. Dun 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 dun. All right, let's get back. Let's get back to playing. Oh my god, it's 1:14. It's 1:14 where I am right now. Shit. I'm not being that loud, but I still don't want to be too loud because um no, small apartment neighbors. So where the frick were we? Where the frick were we? Worry, turry. Oh, let me pop this shut out. So I can pull that down and keep this over here. I didn't think about that earlier. You good, Coco? Good, baby girl? Okay, she's still sleeping. You feel tired and angry. This whole situation, spending the day in some underground parking lot, having to bear the looks of a room full of strangers, is almost too much to take in stride. There's no reason you should take it in at all. Take it in, take it out. There's no reason you should take it all in stride, but you do because if there's one thing you professionally career has taught you, it's that. All because that asshole, whoever he was, he never even gave you a name or a card. Nothing. Well, Kodar, does that sound familiar? No, it does not. Or at least not familiar enough. I will continue the search after we're done here. He talked to somebody at the restaurant. That man, he talked to somebody at the restaurant before he left. I can't remember what he said, but he wasn't alone. Maybe that's a lead you can follow. Did he now? That is interesting. I do hope the proprietor won't stay mad at us for losing one of his staff. It's almost like he knows the waiter's fate is still bothering you and takes a pleasure in pointing it out. Thank you for the observation. I will investigate it later. What shall I do with the fledgling, my prince? What is your recommendation, my sheriff? The traditions are clear. Thou shalt only sire another with the permission of thine elder. If thou create another without thine elder's leave, both thou and thy progeny shall be slain. I am ready to fulfill my duty. Stay your hand for just a moment longer, Kadar. I wish to consult my counsel on this. Make sure everyone is in agreement. Of course. He seems strangely relieved. The prince leaves the main showroom, and a handful of people follow her out. We're about to ask the Squidar what all that talk of traditions and councils was, when the red-haired woman approaches the two of you. Sophie. Sheriff, I was wondering if I could have a word with the fledgling. What for? She lowers her voice in response. Come now, Kadar. We all know what the verdict is going to be. Let me speak to them. You might not have to stay in your hands tonight, after all. Her words grab his attention. His face is hard to read. It's like several emotions are struggling for domination. Anger, sadness, hope, gratitude, resolve. I'll go get my sword. He steps out of the room the way you came, and you are left in the showroom with the woman in the red dress. He takes you aside, and the eyes of the remaining guests follow you. Well then, fledgling, you are in quite the pickle. What do you mean? What was that about a sword? Maybe you'll tell me what the hell this is. I am. Let me cut straight to the point. Last night, you became a vampire. Wait, what? Oh, yes, I'm well aware of how ridiculous that sounds. It's the reason why we have these nicer words for it: kindred, being embraced, having a sire. The fact remains. The beings called vampires. You're looking at them. They're us. You glance around. Some of the guests are still occasionally looking at you, commenting, commenting in a hushed tone. Many of the patrons are pale, really pale. Most hold glasses of wine. No, not wine. That's not wine. That's not the right thickness. And it's not the right color either. You're trying to come up with something sensible to say, but you're drawing a blank. It makes a morbid kind of sense. You drank blood last night, there's no denying it, and your breathing has not returned. Your heart remains still. A vampire. Two voices in your head starts battling for supremacy. One of them slowly being begins to put everything that happened since yesterday together, coming to a conclusion that no matter how insane it might seem, nothing but what she's saying makes sense. The other voice just keeps saying, "What the fuck? What 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 the fuck?" You're surprised. This is often how it plays out by design. Quidar deliberately keeping you in the dark and all. If you do nothing, you will be cut down as sure as day follows night. But I am here to offer you a chance. Way out. Under one condition. I will take you under my wing. If you're lucky, the prince will be in a good mood tonight, and Qadar's complaints about your behavior won't influence her judgment. This society values this docility. She might agree to this. Tired. She might agree to this, but only if you swear fealty to me. I am not making this offer lightly. As your patron, I will take responsibility for you. Your actions will reflect on me. If they reflect negatively, well, I will make sure you face the consequences. How will you convince the prince? You're saying the prince might have other plans for me. What will you offer to convince her? You'll see it yourself. Hopefully. Know this. There are certain traditions in a history of our society in the city that I can tap into. My word might not carry that much weight, but it is not easily ignored either. Steps and hushes, voices can be heard from the side room. It seems the prince and her council are returning to his showroom. Quidar appears from downstairs as well and starts walking towards you. Let me turn this down a little bit. My head is hurting a bit. No, like not bad. I don't have a migraine. It's just a headache right now. When you hear the verdict, ask to be spared. I will intervene. Remember my condition. She flashes a heart-melting smile towards Quidir, who does not smile back. The sheriff's immaculate suit is now complemented by a curved, oriental-looking metal scarab, fastened with a colorful slash around his waist. It would look vaguely ridiculous if it wasn't surprisingly intimidating first and foremost. Kadar takes his place next to you and observes as the prince takes center stage again. Loyal kindred of New York City, Camellia, gathered here tonight, I have made my decision regarding this fledgling. Their behavior since being embraced has been disagreeable, and that does not bode well for them becoming a valuable member of our society. You are all keenly aware that these nights we need to close our ranks and, and trust the wisdom of our elders and their traditions more than ever before. As our trusted sheriff pointed out, there can be only one course of action. No, no, anything but that. Anything but that. Although I acknowledge some of my counsel's defeat. You okay, Coco? Getting up? No, she woke up. She woke up. Hi, baby girl. What you doing? You tired? You wanna go back and go back where your king pad is? You wanna come up here? Wanna come up here? Wanna come up here? She's scratching herself. Why are you so itchy? You need another bath already? What's wrong? Okay, she doesn't want to come up here. Although I acknowledge some of my counsel's divergent opinions on this, she takes a look specifically at the one of the people who left the room before, a somewhat plainly dressed, shy-looking man whose skin has a somewhat healthier tone. He bows his head in deference. I hold the final authority over this fledgling's fate, and I declare that while their embrace might be the highest responsibility, and their absence is their progeny that shall be punished. The sentence is final death, to be resolved presently. Qadir? Hi, baby girl. Wanna come up here? Come here. Come here. You can't be climbing on my lap though. You gotta lay down. Good girl, what's wrong? You gotta lay down though. You gotta lay down, okay? You gotta lay down, okay? Alright, how about like this? Yeah. Yeah, as long as you be like this and don't do anything crazy. Okay? Yeah. Alright, gotta get the headphones back. Oh, yeah. There we go. You hear a scraping sound and see that the sheriff has unsheathed his curved sword. It's a beautiful, detailed blade which you expect must be worth a small fortune. Its apparent sharpness makes you freeze up. Two bouts. No, 2 outs. Bottom of the ninth. You not make jokes before you're about to kill me. His quiet mumble is audible to nobody but you. As his eyes meet yours, you note just a hint of sadness in his countenance. Countenance. One that quickly vanishes to give way to grim determination. And he's out to bat. You will not get another chance to speak up. Ask for mercy. Escape the gallery. I don't want to say, I don't want to remain silent and see what happens, but if I escape, I'm just going to be killed, so you make your choice. Spare me, please. Don't make me beg. God damn it. Prince? Prince, if I may ask you to stay the sheriff's hand, For a while longer, Gwydir looks at the prince, awaiting her response. The sword is still hanging above you, threatening to fall at the moment's notice. Is there something you'd like to say, Miss Langley? Yes, if I may. At first, the prince looks somewhat annoyed at the distraction, but she stays quiet for a while, measuring the mood in the room. The board elites suddenly look at you with aroused interest. Some of them dismayed at not seeing the bloodshed, but all intrigued by the unexpected twist. The prince nods. Well, let's hear it. Chloe takes a few steps forward. All eyes are on her now. But Kadir, heavy hands on your shoulder, makes it clear you won't take advantage of the distraction. My prince, while the traditions are clear, I believe that the proper context should be observed in addition to the letter of our laws. This fledgling is a burden, but with proper guidance, they could become an asset to our domain. I understand you are volunteering to take this unruly child under your protection? Yes, I am willing to give them a chance and to prove. Yeah, come on, yeah, that's a good girl. That's a good girl. You're a good girl. Yes, I am willing to give them a chance and prove to the entire domain that they can adhere to our expectations. I will take nothing less than their entire cooperation, naturally. Whispers can be heard again, and incredible, incredulous voice or two. A hush, just behead the fucker. Some unexpected exclamation of surprise. Silence! I ask all of you to make a note of this moment. I might be persuaded to bend one tradition in this child's favor, but another will have to be enforced even more firmly in its stead. Until thy progeny shall be released, thou shalt command them in all things. Their sins are there to endure, or are thine to endure. Are you certain that that's a responsibility you wish to shoulder, Miss Langley? I am willing to guide this fledgling and add a valuable valuable ally to our sect in a time of need, yes. But I would like to receive the right of destruction over them, if it please you. Yeah, we're begging. We're corporate lady. We're a corporate lady. Do I have a gun in the game? No, no. We do not have a gun in the game. Because it's mostly a visual novel. In the first playthrough, we did not get a gun. We did get some powers. Mostly they were powers of persuasion. I didn't really get to play with the other powers because I think because we made the character really passive. I'm gonna see if I can really stretch whatever powers she's gonna have. I'm worth keeping as an ally, Prince. What's wrong, Coco? Why are you shaking your head? What's wrong? I'm tired. My voice distracting you? She's a little chihuahua. She's being very clingy. She's being very clingy. She probably wants to go to sleep. She wants me to lay down with her. I am worth keeping alive, Prince. Give me a chance to prove myself. That remains to be seen. I do take notice of your tenacity. See that it doesn't become a burden. I shall grant what you ask. Let it be known, Sophia Langley of the clan of Rose will become this fledgling's patron. They shall be considered like sire and child. Miss Langley will take full responsibility for them, and I grant her the right of destruction if she sees fit to use it. Let my intentions be clear. However, if I am to turn a blind eye to one of our most important traditions on this occasion, I expect it to be beneficial to the Carmelia. Substantially so. Hope you find this verdict satisfactory, Miss Langley. Of course, Prince. Thank you. Very well. She turns to you. What is your name, child? Uh, Emily. Yeah, these ones don't make sense. We're Emily, the vampire Emily, the newborn, the fledgling who's gonna change New York. Welcome to the Carmelia, Emily. Now, this evening proved to be more eventful than I anticipated. But with the fledgling's fate decided, I believe our meeting here has concluded. Thank you all for appearing on such short notice. Give my regards to those who couldn't make it. Kadir, a moment of your time before I let you return to your duties. He shoots you a side glance that doesn't leave much space for interpretation. You will be watched. You will be judged. And if need be, you will be punished. The two of them leave the gallery. Well, Emily, I think we are both already managed to significantly improve each other's evenings. But let's keep the ball rolling, shall we? I think we should have a toast. We should have a toast to this new fruitful partnership. She raised her hands at one of the well-dressed waiters, they're fucking waiters, who have now appeared in the showroom to refill the guest glasses. The conventional handsome man approaches with a care, a carfa, a carefee, a carfee, a red liquid. The memory of throwing up in the safe house is still fresh in your mind, and the idea that it could happen again is almost enough to reject the drink altogether. But there's no denying you want it. You need it. I remember what Kadir said about your misadventure before getting in the car. Some of us have more delicate palates than others. Try to take a small sip. S'il vous plaît. Freaking French. Silly, 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 vous plaît. He pours into two tall glasses. You can barely wait until he hands you the drink. Your attention is full on it. The fact that it's blood, you are certain of it, doesn't faze you this time. Aw, he's already getting used to it. It's difficult to take just a sip. Even though the taste is as foul as before, you are tempted to down the whole glass in one go. You wait before taking a second taste. You glad you did. A feeling like heartburn signals that you can't keep it down. You spit it back inside the glass. Sophie looks on. Oh, sorry, Coco. My controller slipped, almost hit her face. Oh, we don't want to hit you. I'm not surprised. NYC caterers have very borg borgacious idea about what good blood should taste like. Well, you just need to keep trying. At Sophie's request, the concierge serves you three other variants of blood. The first two are as horrible and ingestible as before, both ending up back in the glass, with moments of tasting them. Before the third try, you are almost ready to throw the glass at the wall in frustration. But finally, this one's different. Instead of mud and decay, a surprisingly rich bouquet of tastes. You feel blissful at ease as Sophie takes notice. Ah, there it is. Jacob, will you kindly let us know who the donor was? Leave the bottle, please. The concierge nods and leaves again. You take another sip, and another. You empty the glass The dull filling your stomach and head starts subsiding, but you still want more. Sophie pours you another glass and refills hers. She takes a sip. You have a curiously specific taste, Emily. Is it the clover notes, the traces of caffeine, or the bittersweet aftertaste of melancholy? You taste nothing of the kind, but it doesn't matter. It's tasty, but not as delicious as it was last night. Not as intoxicating. It manages to silence the hunger. Somewhat, somewhat though. Drinking blood puts you at ease. It is a strange realization. The man named Jacob comes back with a small card and leaves it with Sophie. She takes a quick look and passes on to you. It's somebody's medical details. An office worker, male, Caucasian, 32 years old, blood type ABRH plus, blue eyes, brown hair, no history of substance abuse, New Jersey native. Might one of these details be what makes the difference? Now that we have picked the right bouquet for your palate, these documents should be useful in identifying your exact taste. Should they be O or H plus or Joycey boys? Joycey boys. But I believe you have more questions, no? Perhaps we should start with those related to substances. How much do I have to drink? Where do I get blood? How will I know what I can drink? Ooh, this is a good one. These difficulties of mine, how do I navigate that? These difficulties are mine. How do I navigate that? How will I know what kind of blood I can drink? It's a tricky question. I believe you will just have to trust your instincts on this. With time, you should be able to narrow down your particular preference. Blood that you reject is, of course, no value to you, and is a horrible waste. No amount of it will ever sate your hunger completely, but every little tip counts. If you're frugal or forced by the circumstances, you can survive many nights without a single drink, but it's risky and will tempt the beast that is part of our curse. It will take some time to find the right balance. Tomorrow I shall take you hunting, and we will explore this topic further. But you should be good for now. Well, the beast, the hunger. We asked this before, so let's do this one. So now that I'm working for you, what are my responsibilities going to be like? It's a bit more complicated than working for me. If I wish for a servant, there were easier ways to achieve that than risking the prince's charging at Elysium. I can see potential in you that would have been wasted if I hadn't spoken up. Not to mention, it would pain me to witness the senseless final death. It always does. That said, I will require that you defer to me in all things, but me being your mentor and superior also means I shall treat you as my loyal retainer and understudy. With me, you can go far. Without me and proper guidance, you would have become a clear danger to the Masquerade. That is why, with your sire gone, the prince wanted you out of the picture too. The concierge returns, asks for permission to intrude, which Sophie gives with a polite smile, and leads him to whisper in her ear, "You know that the gallery is now almost empty." I'm being told the gallery is just about to close. But we still have quite a lot to discuss. We'll go to one of my apartments. My jalopy is waiting downstairs. Come. The smile she puts on could tip any negotiation towards her favor. Her words are like honey, and she makes it impossible to take your eyes off her. You're under her spell momentarily. Sophie leads you to a luxurious silver Rolls Royce and invites you to sit in the back. The chauffeur, a broad shouldered, clean shaven, middle aged guy, starts driving immediately. Where did we leave off? Ah, I believe I started telling you a bit more about our customs. You've heard. Oh god, what's happening? You've heard the prince refer to our traditions. The chief among them is the Masquerade. As you may have gathered from us assembling a niche gallery after closing time, our coming, goings, and doings tends to be somewhat secretive. We do not advertise our existence. We allow myths and modern fiction to morph and meld the facts. So do the vast majority of kind we remained kind we remain bedtime stories and pop culture icons. Say is the one television show about a vampire. Say, is that one television show about a vampire angel still popular? Unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. Angel is not that popular anymore. But Buffy is. Buffy still is. You just shake your head in confusion. No, you shake your head in confusion. She shrugs and continues talking, looking a little bit more dejected than before. Our clandestine ways help us remain safe. Allow us to allow us to explain away the occasional trip up to the rational minds of the 21st century humanity and dictate much of our in- interactions with mortals. Oh, ah, Coco, what's wrong? You getting up? Ah, dog, what's wrong? Dog, Coco, Coco. Thank you, and thank you. I love your kisses. We, I cannot play right now. You wanna go in another room? Wanna go in another room, Mama? What's wrong? What's wrong? Wanna lay down? Wanna lay down? What's wrong, baby girl? What's wrong? I don't think she knows what's wrong. And I think you know what's wrong. I don't think you even know what's wrong. Do you? Do you? Do you? Ah! Go put your paws off my face. Ah! Okay. It disappeared for a second. I'm just gonna mute the thing. Be right back. Be right back.